Good afternoon, preschool parents. Hopefully by now you've seen the main video on the front of our website, but I just wanted to take a couple of minutes of your time to be able to talk about the things that will impact you and how you operate at school particularly. Preschool does run largely in a standalone fashion from a school other than just the start and the end of the day. So they're probably the bits that we'll need to talk about the most. In terms of what happens during the day, because the timetable is so independent, it won't make a great deal of difference to the students other than the fact that there'll be 10 or less students here at school, so there'll be a bit more space and a bit more distance between everybody. We will still have Lisa and Janet here. They will return to 5-day-a-week attendance from Monday. Jackie will remain having a flexible work arrangement, so she'll be on class some days, other days she'll be working remotely, making the phone calls and keeping the remote learning going as she has been in the past. Story Park will still remain the main source of communication, and I'm aware that Jackie has given you all a bit of a heads up about how the work packs are going to be organised in the upcoming weeks, and I'll leave that in her capable hands. One note is that if you have a child in kindergarten, you'll be aware that the work pack approach between preschool and kindergarten does differ, but that should become fairly obvious as we go on. So in terms of the start and the end of the day, we have some different requirements for preschoolers. They do have to be delivered by a parent directly to the preschool, so we can't just send them in on their own. They're a bit young for that in any case. Your gate will be the Copeland Road gate, and in fact the preschool parents are the only parents who will be permitted in the schoolyard. We won't be opening the gate too early, we won't be letting parents in too early. Because the preschool doesn't open until 9 o'clock, there really isn't any need to be here until about 8:45, and when you come in the gate, so preschool parents will come in the gate, down beside the car park as normal, around, and at the corner where the canteen is, there will be another teacher waiting there. And if you have any older children, that's the point that you can say goodbye to them. Those older children will head off into the general schoolyard, and then you can proceed along with your preschooler up beyond the admin building, past the fixed equipment, and up into the preschool courtyard. And in the preschool courtyard, you would have noticed on the ground there are 3-metre by 3-metre squares all outlined with bricks. Each family can wait in one of those bricks, and really you should only really be just sort of one adult and the child. We will organise the drop off to the preschool from that point. One of our priorities will be to make sure we don't have 2 families in the foyer of the preschool because it's just a bit tight. So that will get us off and started in the morning. After the preschool child's been signed in, you can then leave directly via the Copeland Road gate and off you go for the day. In the afternoon, the Copeland Road gate will be shut until around about 2:45 or so. I'll turn up at the gate and open it up, and I'll be funneling the preschool parents in and only the preschool parents in. You'll be able to proceed again through the fence line past where the canteen is, up past the fixed equipment to the preschool courtyard. Now, when you get up there, if you have got no other children in our school, you'll be able to sign your preschooler out and then leave back through the Copeland gate and off you go. If you do have other children in our school, you'll find them in that courtyard, and they'll be inside one of those brick squares we've talked about, 1 family per square. You'll be able to sign your preschool child out, collect your older children, and then you can leave with the whole family can leave straight through the Copeland Road gate. So we're hoping that will make the arrangements much better and smoother for everybody. One other big difference for preschoolers is traditionally you would have attended on a 2-day and a 3-day week cycle, but because we need to have 25% of our students at school to maintain the appropriate sort of level of classroom population, we've had to align our preschoolers into the house groups, which is something we've never done before. So it may in fact mean that Thursday may be one of your child's traditional attendance days, and they may have slipped to earlier in the week. That's to make sure that, generally speaking, our families can let all of their children attend on the same day. It's good for social distancing, but it's also good for families. So that's the intention behind it. We do appreciate that because a full week for a preschooler is either 2 or 3 days, that by attending just 1 day, you're in fact attending 50% of the week for that child's week. But there are only so many days in the week, and we think that'll be in the kids' best interest anyway. Obviously inside the classroom, normal social distancing will apply as best it can in a preschool environment. We have enhanced cleaning going on, and we're being very mindful of how many surfaces we have. Probably the last thing that you'll need to be aware of is that the canteen arrangements will be different. Probably the best option would be to download the app, and you could then do a pre-order, and the lunch and recess will arrive as if by magic up in the preschool. The alternative is that it can come in a paper bag, and as you come past the canteen, there'll be like a little letterbox, and you can drop the order in there. Preschoolers never buy their orders over the counter in any case, but there will not be the facility for parents to buy them over the orders over the counter. That will just be a spot that you continue to walk by. So if there's anything else that you need to know, any other information you need, or any other inquiries, we're asking that those happen via telephone or via email. And in the case of Story Park, there is a connection between you and Jackie, and you'll be able to continue to use that sort of connection. The other thing that you need to be aware of this term is, while Jackie is engaged in a flexible work arrangement, we have a new young teacher at our school this year by the name of Zachary Wiltshire, and he'll be teaming up with Jackie so that there are only the two educators working at either ends of the week with the kids. And as we return to normal operations and Jackie comes back online 5 days and your kids come back on their regular 2 or 3 day week cycle, Mr. Wiltshire will be the teacher who will be supporting that class when Jackie has, if she needed leave or if she was on some professional development opportunities and that sort of stuff. So the next few weeks are a good opportunity for Jackie and for Zach to work together, but also for your kids to get to know Mr. Wiltshire, which we're really pleased about. So I will leave it up to Jackie to keep you up to date regarding the take-home packs. You will be aware as those packs come home that they start at day 1, and that's really whatever day your child is here at school, rather than a traditional Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday type activity. And there is a slight difference in how that will align with preschool between kindergarten, but I don't think that will impact too many of our parents at all. So from me, hopefully I'll be seeing each of our kindergarteners on one day next week between Monday and Thursday, and Friday is that day where students are at home in the most part, and the teachers are engaged with remote learning. So hopefully we'll all see you, and you have a great weekend. And for all those mothers who are watching the video, have a great Mother's Day, and we'll talk to you next week.